9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
You'll see him get distracted by
it is Hardway Wrestling Free for All Friday. What's up, boys?
Not too much, big man. How's it going?
It is Friday. We have 2 days off, sorta ish. So
we got 2 pay-per-views in a 12-hour period.
it is a big wrestling weekend for me. I'm gonna stay up and I'm gonna watch the Impact pay-per-view, and I'm going to go to bed, and I'm gonna be up by 4:00, 4:30 at the latest, 4:59, to watch the Elimination Chamber. Did you say Free Ball Friday? It is Free Ball Friday, bros. It is Free Ball Friday. So, what's up out there? If you're on YouTube, welcome. If you're on, actually, let me see where everybody's at here. A lot of times it's just on Facebook at the time. So, one person on YouTube, don't know who it is yet, probably Jesse. And then we have 5 on the book. So
we got Randy and Rob.
Oh, Rob, what's going on? Yeah, so we have 2 pay-per-views in less than 12 hours, basically, and then I will be debuting in Virginia tomorrow night. So wait to see those pictures. This outfit, bro, this it's fucking killer.
I bet
it is fucking killer. So I got new shoes. Oh my
God! So you gave your last pair away at the ATCW show.
Yep.
First off, it's never my last pair. It's never my last pair. These are the ones I'm rocking.
They light up.
Oh, yep.
There we go. Jeez, man.
Wow.
These are my comfortable shoes.
What are those things cost with the lights in them? I remember what are those things cost with the lights in them? I remember back in the day when we used to have those shoes that when you took a step, they would flicker little lights in them.
Yeah. My kids had those too.
Yep.
Yeah, my kids had those. No, they're not really expensive. I think they were probably $40 or some shit like that.
Oh,
and I got their silver ones were around $40 or $50.
Wow.
And the gold ones are probably about the same. Kevin, what's up, Kevin? It is Deadpool in the house. Some idiot who dresses up in a costume. You resemble that remark. So those silver shoes, I've had them for probably a year and a half now. They've seen probably, 15 different shows. British, that's right, BKs, man, British Knights. I guarantee you had. Is that Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you had those. But because you couldn't have the pumps because you're too damn heavy. So, I used to get those Nike Air Max had the bubble around the bottom.
Yeah.
You know how many of those bladders I broke?
Yeah.
I don't had a pair. I could not. Those were my shit in middle school. I could not, they would last me like 2 weeks, and then I'd be like,
walking crooked,
walking a flat tire. But anyway, those shoes so 15, 20 plus shows or whatever it was. So it was time to get rid of them. Gave them to a couple kids that every time I'm at an ATCW show, where did you get those shoes? And even I keep telling them, Amazon, I realized you got to have an account for that, and your family's too poor. I went ahead and gave it to them. So
yeah, one kid's got one shoe, and some woman's got one other shoe.
No, 2 kids, right? A kid named Dominic.
Oh, never mind. The woman got your jacket.
Yeah, the woman got my jacket that was torn in the back. So.
I'm surprised there wasn't a big, like, what was that marker you were using, like a silver, white colored? Surprised there wasn't like a big streak of silver going across the back of that jacket from Ishman screaming and scaring at everybody.
Yeah. Amazon is the devil. Yeah, I absolutely love Amazon. Wait till you see this jacket that I'm rocking tomorrow night. There'll be pictures. I'm straight fucking pimping. So anyway, if you're on YouTube and you went ahead and subscribe, please go ahead, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Make sure that every time we come on that we're there, because look at us, right? Look at us. Some good looking boys, right? Some good looking
All
boys.
right.
So we're the best thing you're going to hear all week and see.
Right. Definitely the best thing you're going to hear all week, unless it's one of Ricky's burps. So probably the second best thing.
Yeah, but you're going to hear that on here too. So
that's true.
Unless you work with me.
The guy with the megaphone at ATCW show was funny. He had fans going, saying, "Go to the circus." That was a different guy. I've never seen that guy before. I mean, maybe he's been there, but I don't recognize him. He was somebody different. And he was, I love fans that try to take over shows and that kind of stuff.
That was the soup guy. That was the No More Soup for You guy.
That's what he looked like.
That's him. He's there almost every month.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about the family that comes from the that come from Virginia. They sit on the end. The older couple.
No. They weren't there this last time around. I didn't see them anyway.
They were there. Yeah, they were there in their normal seats.
Yeah. Well, the guy.
Remember where we were sitting? Your peripheral was going towards the food stand.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. But no, the guy you're thinking of with the Randy's thinking of with the megaphone that was sitting there. He's the soup Nazi, we call him. But he's
close to he's talking about fettuccine. His name is fettuccine. So he's was that the guy sitting by Rob, right in front of the sound?
Yeah.
Okay, I maybe I just didn't notice him, or
oh, dude, he's been there.
Everybody, and I didn't recognize him. I don't know.
He's been there almost every show that I've been to, and he's hysterical. Like he'll start saying, like he's the one that started calling Tremor Blueberry.
I doubt that. That's been going on for 100 years.
Well, he's the first one I heard doing it. So, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. I thought.
It was.
Yeah, agreed.
There are. I don't want to go too far behind the curtain, but there are a lot of really cool plans coming up here for ATCW over the next few months. So should be pretty good. We're gonna start off the show before we get into the pay-per-view stuff. We had a death at Hardway Wrestling. Just Incredible has now blocked me on Facebook and is dead to me, you motherfucker. So every time he posts something, I always fire back with, like, he was like, I think the other day was like, hey, this is a pretty cool match, blah, blah, blah. I said, hey, you know what's pretty cool? You pay me the fucking money you owe me.
Yeah.
Right? It's shit like that. And then it's funny, the other day, Austin messaged me on Twitter. It was like, you really hate this fucking guy. I hate is a very strong word. I don't like fucking scam artists. This guy's a piece of shit. I get it. I don't want to hear anything about demons and he's got drug problems and drinking, but fuck you. We all make choices in life. And this guy has made a distinct choice to fuck me out of $50. Now,
he probably used the 50 to buy crack.
Well, I don't know what his vice is, and nor do I give a fuck. But at the end of the day, I could have bought a new pair of fucking light up shoes, and that pisses me off. So,
Exactly.
Anyway, I've now been blocked on the X from this fuck knob. So, but I do have another account, which every time Hardway would post something, I repost it with my other account. So, Just Incredible, just be prepared. You're gonna be blocking a lot of different accounts, bro. Because I'm gonna be spamming the absolute fuck on you. So yeah, so there we go. A death at Hardway Wrestling, because this motherfucker is dead to me. And Justin, I know you'll never see this, and maybe somebody we know knows you. I'll be in Philadelphia on the 6th and the 7th, probably the 5th, 6th, and 7th. If you would like to discuss your black fucking leg and your diseased fucking body, I'd love to fucking talk about it sometime, bro. Just love to fucking talk about it. So anyway, Just Incredible, you sir can go fuck off. Anyway, let's move on. We had a lot of pay-per-views this week. 2 big pay-per-views. No Surrender TNA is back, baby, with a bunch of matches that we have no fucking clue who they are or who's gonna win.
Well, a couple of them are the same damn ones from the last pay-per-view.
So here, and I'm gonna. I mean, you're kind of the commissioner of our fantasy league. I would like to. Oops, there's Justin again. I would like to.
One-on-one match, Credible versus Cross.
He doesn't fucking want it. It'll be hardcore for sure. It'll be hardcore. I would like to talk to the commissioner real quick about getting double points if MK Ultra wins. Because they took this same match off of a pay-per-view back in November.
Well, no. It wasn't
October.
No. That was Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steelz.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
No, it was this one.
No, it wasn't Decay. It was MK Ultra, and they were against Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steelz.
Again, I would like double points.
Yeah.
That's absolutely possible. Terrible.
I saw that when I was quickly typing up the card this morning for the league, and I was like, I swear to God, if this match gets canceled or just put on the pre-show, I'm going to be pissed.
No.
Yep.
We'll talk about this one right away. Decay won the titles off of MK Ultra at their last TNA pay-per-view, the first one of the year back in January. This is MK Ultra's contractual rematch. Scotty, I know you like Decay because that, what's the chick's name? What are the two from Decay? I cannot remember their name.
Rosemary and
what's the other one? Not Rosemary. It's the other one. She's a thicker girl. That's Scotty's girl. Scotty likes them like that.
I can't remember what the fucking other one's name was. Let me see if I can find it.
Scotty likes them that. Scotty, give me your pick for MK Ultra and Decay.
Well, I mean, again, I know very, very, very little about TNA. I've really only started to kind of see some of their stuff recently, just doing the podcast and stuff like that. My thought is simply Decay just won the belts. MK Ultra probably isn't going to win back the belts. Although, again, with everything going on in TNA right now, and with Scott D'Amore not being there, and who knows who's running the show and like who's booking these matches and stuff like that. Who knows what they'll do? But if they have any sense in the world, they'll probably not take them off Decade and keep them where they're at. But so that's going to be my pick is Decade, even though I want MK Ultra to win because of Masha Slamovich. So,
coolest name out there. And the name we're looking for is Havoc.
Havoc, yes. Havoc, see the thickie. Yeah. Scotty would like that.
I thought we saw Havoc in ATCW.
No, we did. We at least saw the pants that were eaten by the ass.
I too will be taking.
It was funny to watch Scotty and that what's her name go back and forth.
Oh God, yeah.
Like who was going to win the taco? Like who was going to get the taco first? These two fucking guys.
Can you imagine if that woman from
it's the hot dog
passing out the hot dog box? Then Jesus,
Scotty would have took a stunner.
I'll tell you what, he would have rose up like the Undertaker.
Exactly.
Who do you got here, Ricky?
Give me Decay because they just won the tag titles like a month ago. They're not losing them yet.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sticking with the K too. I don't. They need to rebuild this women's tag group
Division.
back up. Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly both are incredible singles talents. Masha's doing a lot of indie work. I don't know about what Killer Kelly's doing. I don't see a lot from her, but Masha's out at Game Changer and GCW all the time, beating up dudes, getting hit with light bulbs and their fucking light tubes and shit. So I believe she is to me the one who should take that title off of
Jordan Grace.
Yeah. So I'm also going to go with the K. We got PCO versus Khan. Khan was formerly of NXT and WWE.
I thought he was AEW. I thought Tony came down to TNA to work.
Yeah, no, wrong Khan. This guy looks like he's got some emotion to him. What was that group that Khan was in? They look like Demolition in NXT.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. I see their faces. I can't even think of their name now.
Oh, come on, you guys! They were real big. They were real big in NXT, but then they went up on the main roster and shit the bed.
Yeah, just shit. Oh man, I can see it because I can see the faces, and they were like painted up, and they were a mix of Demolition and Road Warriors because they had the Road Warrior face paint, but the Demolition gear and stuff like that.
Oh, boom! NXT Tag Champions Connor and Victor, Ascension.
Ascension. Right. There we go.
Yeah, they were Ascension. So, Connor's a big boy.
Yeah,
he's a big boy. But so is PCO. Ricky, who do you got here? Connor,
PCO.
God,
PCO.
PCO. We love this. Is a PCO podcast.
Oh yeah. He's like Sting. He never loses.
Well, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if he's that. I don't think he's got that kind of power. But anyway,
he's close.
Who do you got here, Ricky?
I just said PCO.
I'm sorry, Scotty.
I'm taking PCO too. I think it'll be a good match. And I mean, how old is PCO now? Like in the
312 years old.
Somewhere between like 50s and 60s. That dude, and the fact that the dude's still going is ridiculous.
What was his name in WWE, Scotty?
Quebecer.
Yeah, he was a Quebecer. It was him and Jacques Rougeau, right?
Pierre?
No, it's not Jacques. Pierre. That's
Pierre.
Right.
Yeah, but he was with Jacques Rougeau, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they were the Quebecers.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe wouldn't it be great if we got a Jacques Rougeau come in as like Dracula? or like the werewolf or
no, it's definitely Dracula because he sucks the life out of every gimmick he's in.
Okay. What Jacques Rougeau? Give me another Jacques Rougeau gimmick besides the Mountie.
Oh God, what was that one he did in freaking Memphis? There was one I can't remember what the name of it was, but he did one in Memphis where he came out with a boombox. Because he wanted music played, and they wouldn't play music for him, so he came out with his own boombox and was
I think you mean Brock Lesnar when he won the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, legit. This was Jacques Rougeau. I've heard the story. I just can't remember what his name was down there, but it's hysterical.
We're gonna have to wait till Owen Hardy's off the school bus so he can tell us.
The only reason, I'll give you this quick thing and we'll move on. The only reason that started happening was he was riding to different towns with Jerry the King Lawler, and they were discussing possible finishes and possible storylines for the future. And Jacques wanted to become a babyface, and King was going to keep him as a heel. And Jacques looks at King as like, "What's the matter, big boy? You think I get over on you?" Meaning that he thinks he could get more over than the King was at the time. And they were like, they got so pissed at him that they kept him as a heel and just gave him the dirtiest shit to deal with down there. And so, yeah, it's a funny story. If you want to hear the better version, listen to Cornette tell it.
No,
You could have saved us.
I'd
You could
rather
have saved
hear
us 5 minutes just saying that. Listen to Cornette.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm gonna go with PCO here. PCO again. I love PCO. He took a lot of losses end of last year, and then he started to get on a winning track.
What?
So I do love PCO. So going with PCO myself.
Seems like
You
every
got
time PCO was in a match, I took him and he won.
I have to go back and look at his winning record. I think he started his winning ways with that little casket match he had with Eddie Edwards, right? I think it was a kid.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So, all right, we got Mustafa Ali versus Chris Sabin for the X Division Championship. Scotty Mustafa Ali finally found a sort of a home, I guess.
Yeah.
Did he just win a belt somewhere else? Did I see that? The Mustafa Ali?
No, that was Riddle and Ziggler just won New Japan belts.
Yeah, but I thought Mustafa Ali just put a belt.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Where-
I can't remember which organization it was, but yeah, I did see a picture of him with a belt.
Yeah, so Mustafa. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I hadn't heard of that. That kind of changes how I call things, because I was gonna say I'm torn on this one because, well, Chris Sabin, X Division champion and all that. I like the fact that Mustafa Ali has kind of found a place to call home. I was in our fantasy league, I picked Mustafa Ali, and I was like, it's the one match that I'm going out on a major limb for, because I was like, all right, let's see what happens. Let's see if they decide to put the X Division title on Mustafa and kind of give him a run with it and give him a chance to go through the NXT ranks and stuff like that. So that's honestly going to be my call. I'm still keeping it on Mustafa, even though I was kind of, when you said that he's got another title, I was like, are they going to put a title?
He is the Dreamwave Alternative Champion.
Okay, well,
Digital Media Championship, is that the same thing as Digital Media?
I don't fucking know. He's held it for 13 days.
Terrible.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm calling Mustafa on this one. So.
Yeah, same here.
Good for him. All right. I'm definitely going Mustafa here. This is a no surrender match. I guess this is a you must pass out. I don't know that Mustafa Ali has a finishing like a finisher that makes people go to sleep. Or
this isn't. Wait a minute.
Isn't this a no surrender match?
No. That's the world title match. It's the no surrender match.
Okay. All right. Well, it says no surrender on the. Got me screwed up here a little bit. Anyway, I'm going with Mustafa Ali. You bring in a big name like Mustafa Ali, you need to reward him and make everybody super happy. I think Mustafa is working heel here, so he's doing the same thing everywhere he goes right now. So we'll see. But Chris Sabin, I think it's time to drop that X Division championship. Let's go with Mustafa Ali. So, wrong one. We got Simon Gotch and Josh Alexander. Simon Gotch found his way back to wrestling.
Who is he?
So he used to be with the Vaude Villains.
Oh, is he one of those British guys?
I don't think he's British. But there's a guy that's on commentary that was his partner.
Oh, I know you're talking about. It was
remember they came out wearing like old
Aiden English or whatever the hell his name was.
Aiden English. Yes, they came out wearing like 30s and 40s gear, and he had the handlebar mustache and So Josh Alexander and Simon Gotch. I'm going with Josh Alexander, but I think that they're trying to build this tag division back up for the guys also. and Aiden English comes out of commentary and joins Simon Gotch, and we put those two back together. That's what I think.
Okay.
Scotty, what you got? Sky, what you got?
I'm gonna stick with my original pick with Alexander,
Okay.
Josh Alexander. I know some of his work. I've seen some of his stuff. I had forgotten who Simon Gotch was because I was like, wait a minute, is he one of the children of the Gotch family? Like, you know,
I don't. Oh, easy. I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think so either because I was like, okay, it's got to be a shoot name or not a shoot name, but a work name. But I was like, well, but I think I like Josh Alexander's work, and I think he's going to go over in this one. So,
All right, Belchy.
Yep, same. Going Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander. Okay, all right. Clean sweep for the Alexander. We have. I don't know if you can tell. Tony Khan booked these matches because there are so fucking many of them. We have a TNA World Tag Team Championship, ABC versus the Grizzled Young Veterans, the most disgruntled fucking tag team in the world.
So this is a best of 3 series match, and this is number 3. So I'm guessing this is the final one then.
This is it. Who you got? Who you got here?
ABC.
Taking ABC. Okay.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. Creation. Go ahead, Scotty. Who you got here? Grizzled Young Veterans, or do you have ABC?
I'm actually. I think this is the other match I stuck my neck out for in our fantasy league because they've had this whole thing going with the Grizzled Young Veterans for a while. And I don't think they've won anything, or if they have, it's like a 1-1 situation. So I think the Grizzled Young Veterans are going to take it, and they take the tag team titles. So, so we will see.
Yeah, I am on the fence. I already made my pick, but I'm on the fence with this one too. I went with ABC and the low points.
Yes,
but
very low points.
I don't know what they're going to do. I know they want to build this tag division up. I don't know. I went with ABC. I don't watch enough Impact Wrestling. For some reason, it hasn't recorded 2 weeks in a row, or 3 weeks in a row. So ever since they came back as TNA, my I guess my DVR, or not my DVR, but my recording device through Xfinity does not recognize TNA. It only recognizes Impact, I guess. I don't know. So I need to fix that up. But I took ABC also. You have Eric Young versus Frankie Kazarian.
This is a number 1 contender match for the world title at their next pay-per-view, I think.
Yeah, yes. Which right now Moose is the champion. So Frankie Kazarian, probably the oldest guy on this roster. He's 3,900 years old now. And him and PCO are battling for age. So Eric Young returning back to TNA Wrestling a couple months ago, and his former partner is no longer there, right? Scott D'Amore, gone.
Yeah.
And honestly, one of the guys that was super upset over it was Eric Young because they're buddies. But I'm going with EY, and I'll explain it all later on. But I'm definitely going with Eric Young over Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, same on my end too.
When I saw this was a number 1 contenders match, kind of had me baffled that you had these two in it. And it was, and I made this assumption before I had saw that Ziggler had won the one of the New Japan titles, because I was like, how the hell is he not on this card?
Yeah.
I think he had other commitments.
Yeah.
I think he had other commitments. So what was the last? There should be
got 2 left.
2 left?
We got the Knockouts world title and the men's world title.
Oh, you know what? I did not put the Knockouts world title. Oh, wait a minute. No, I did not. I did not put the Knockouts world title in there. What the fuck is wrong with me? All right, go ahead and run through the Knockouts World Title real quick.
We got Jordan Grace versus Giselle Shaw.
Giselle Shaw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm putting all my points in Jordan Grace.
Yeah, Scotty, how about you?
Same. Sadly, I mean, they're going to keep that belt on her for a while. The only thing I'm kind of wondering about is we did hear a little rumblings after Royal Rumble that higher up brass was not necessarily happy that she made an appearance, even though Scott D'Amore had okayed it. Now that Scott D'Amore is not in the picture, are they going to make some kind of statement? Hey, we're in control. Take the belt off her. I don't think so, but you never know. But my call still will be Jordan Grace.
I wish she was a crossover participant in the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, that would have been so awesome. It's crazier things have happened in wrestling. I mean, there's been punishments forever, like upper management, mostly Vince shitting on people. But if this was like old school wrestling, yes, I could see where they were like, okay, Jordan, you're gonna be fucking on your back for the next 6 months.
Taking call.
Yes, you're definitely getting you're definitely gonna get fucking railed here for the next 6 months. You're gonna be losing matches to midgets and all kinds of shit. So but I think she's the biggest woman star in the company. It'd be silly to do this to her or to the company because they really don't have anybody that is as good as she is. So I'm definitely I also put all my points on Jordan Grace to win this. So we're all going to be fucked if Jordan Grace loses. I'm so mad that she has a brawler out. She has a brawler out. It's on her personal page. I didn't order it. I actually think I might, after we get off here, I'm definitely going to order it now. But it's a good look. It's a good looking brawler. So I got to have it. I got to have Jordan Grace. All right. So in our last match of the evening, it is for the world title. Moose, our champion, versus I don't even know who this guy is.
Alex Shelley, our former champion.
I don't know who Alex Shelley is. Who's this guy? This guy's cost me more fucking TNA points than any other person I've ever. He kills me every fucking time. That's why I don't like saying his name. Because every time I pick him, he fucking loses. Every time. Anyway, Moose is your champion. Moose is a badass. All right. So the reason why I picked EY earlier, because I'm going with Moose in this. And I think EY being the number one contender, or Eric Young being the number one contender, would put a heel versus face for their next pay-per-view. So that's why I'm going with that one with the EY and not Kazarian. And Moose is going to retain here over a guy that never wins for me.
No Surrender Rules is what? I Quit match?
So this is, I guess this
Last
is
man standing?
This is an I Quit match. I watched a couple clips on YouTube this morning or Facebook or whatever, one of the bullshits I was on, saying, please don't, Shelley was like, please don't throw in the towel for me, whatever you got to do. Moose said the same thing to his faction. Please don't throw in the towel. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think that Alex Shelley's partner is going to come down and throw this fucking towel in.
Well, on Cage Match, it's saying that Moose has Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, and Alicia Edwards with him, and Alex Shelley has Kevin Knight and Kushida with him.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I think they're going to throw in a towel and it cause friction between Alex Shelley and Kushida and the other dude. So again, I'm going with Moose.
Yep, he just won the title anyway. So
yeah. Exactly. Why would you take the belt off him after you just won the title? So,
and I didn't pick him to win the fucking title. So kiss my ass. TNA being partnered with Endeavor, it shouldn't have been a problem that she was on WWE programming. You know what? Yes and no. Yes and no. Because wrestling organizations are still territorial, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not territorial as in we own Nevada or we own the Midwest. Territorial as in this is my fucking star, right? And the problem with her crossing back and forth is TNA is here, and WWE is wait a minute outside of my screen, right? Is up here. So they presented Jordan Grace in such an awesome way, and she was in front of more people than she's ever been in front of, and that kind of shit right there makes you go to other companies, right? So I mean, you could almost see her running this contract out and saying, "Listen, I'm gonna get more money from WWE, and I'm gonna perform more, and I'm gonna be a star over there." Same thing with Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill probably started seeing 1,500 person houses and decided, "Fuck this shit. I'm going to WWE where they're putting 30,000 people in a building on an off night." So,
Yep. Yeah.
anyway, I can see where Endeavor would be. Endeavor's, and to me, or not Endeavor, but TNA is at a crossroads right now, and they just switched over to TNA, which should have been awesome, and it was. But with this Demore firing and now Jordan Grace, she's this whole thing. They're irritated at her because of the crossover thing, and there was a letter that was written by this week or the end of last week or whatever it was, and everybody in the fucking world was on this letter or signed this letter or whatever, basically telling TNA that you made a huge mistake by firing Scott D'Amore and blah, blah, blah. And it was everybody. Everybody was on board here. So TNA is in a weird spot right now. And this is the kind of shit, unless they make a big impact. Now, there's other guys out there that could take Scott D'Amore's place. And we did get into Scott D'Amore stuff, but it was accidentally said that Tommy Dreamer was going to be the fucking booker. And
No, it was accidentally said. Meltzer shot his mouth off before he took his foot out of it.
Listen, there are a lot, and we try not to do it. I try not to do it. I do a lot of research all day long. And Sean Walsap from Fightful, the best in the business. If you just don't subscribe to anything, best $5 in the business, he would love to hear me say that. He's worth every penny because he's always fucking right.
Yeah.
He doesn't jump on shit right away. Like Scott D'Amore fired. You didn't hear nothing out of him. Nothing. Until he had the whole fucking story, which was awesome. And a lot of these guys, everybody's trying to scoop somebody. Scoop. I got to get it before this guy. Meltzer's got to get it before this guy. And Nick Hausman. How many times has fucking Nick Hausman?
He was the idiot that shit on Jericho.
Yes, like he just forever just fucking just throwing shit out, throwing darts, and just for clickbait and shit like that. So, Psycho, I was listening to Cornette, and he said, "Is it Psychosis?" Who's the guy that he said would probably be the best booker there?
Oh, Delirious.
Delirious, thank you, Delirious.
You were close.
That's what I was like. I was like, who the heck are you talking about?
Wrong promotion. But anyway, Delirious would be good. Hey, Tommy Dreamer, I think, would be all right. Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? He knows the talent. That's the thing.
He knows the talent, but he can't. He's got the old school Paul Heyman way of booking, and it worked for Paul. It doesn't work for.
Don't pay him.
Huh? Well, there's that too. But can we?
Just incredible. I'm glad you're broke. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can we talk about something? Because I'd like to ask one question.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hold on. Here it comes.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, I gotta get to it. Hold on. Where's Scotty?
Through the eye of Scotty. Should be good, but probably not. Through the eye of Scotty. Now's your chance to go to the party.
Yeah. All right, so I want to pose a question, especially to you, Jason, about.
Let me talk to you
about this TNA letter. But like, and anybody out there, feel free to chime in. But especially to you, Jason, because you work in the world. So I have mixed feelings about what these guys did writing the letter to what. No, so the whole question I have is we're looking at the situation, and like I said, I have mixed feelings about what they decided to do. They wrote that letter. Am I going to get this out, or am I? No, like I have mixed feelings because these guys they wrote a letter, and I feel like it's a great show of support for Scott D'Amore, but at the same time, you look at the situation and you send this to a group like Anthem. Anthem isn't the WWE, like they're not this huge national corporation,
It's like
but
five dudes sitting in their basement.
huh?
It's like five dudes sitting in their basement.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, yes. In some ways, no. I mean, they are a corporation. They own a lot of different like TV networks and stuff like that. The TV stations across the country. So they're not small potatoes, but they're not big potatoes either. But a company like Anthem is going to look at that letter and be like, "Who the fuck are these guys? We don't give a rat's rear end." But at the same time, I feel like the talent did right by writing in there and saying, look, we need a wrestling personality in there, somebody that knows the wrestling business. We need Scott D'Amore back. So my question to you, Jason, is let's play the scenario of you're the promoter, you're the owner of a company, and you just fired your vice president, your booker, the guy that's been running all the things behind the scenes, and the talent comes to you with a letter like this. What do you do? Like what would be your initial knee-jerk reaction in a situation like this? Because again, like I'm looking at it from outside the business. I've never been in it. You've been in the business. What would your reaction be in a situation like this? Because I can't say what I would do, whether I'm the talent, and would I write this letter? Or would I, as a boss, would I look at this and be like, you know what, screw them, fire every single one of them? Like, what would you do?
So first, I think there's a lot of the story we don't know. Right? There's a lot of the Scott D'Amore thing. I mean, we know that he tried to buy the company. We know he tried to, which isn't bad, right? Which isn't bad. He tried to up the budget, which isn't bad, right? In this day and age, you have AEW who's got endless fucking money, and you got WWE that's now got fucking Netflix money, right? You gotta, in some way, you gotta step up and pay for somebody, right? They brought Nick Nemeth in, awesome. They brought Ali in, awesome. Mid-tier guys. They're mid-tier guys. They're now for them, they're not mid-tier guys. Like Nick Nemeth is a fucking star. Like he is the Hulk Hogan of TNA right now, or he should be. So I think we need to find out the whole story. I don't think they just didn't get along and it just rubbed them the wrong way. I know, and I watch what I say because I run a couple businesses myself, right? So I always look at other people's business, and the first thing I think is, my God, if they brought me in, there's one right now that I have my eye on. If they brought me in, I could turn them around immediately, right? In a lot of different ways. But I didn't, right? I didn't. Again, we need to find the whole story. Do you fire the whole roster? Fuck no, because if you fire the whole roster, who are you going to get? Right?
Yeah.
You can't just fire the roster. There's lawsuits.
Well, I mean,
there's big names are going to go elsewhere.
But here's the thing, like what they could do, and I mean, somebody said
not going to make everybody happy. Like okay, so here at ATCW, we had a shakeup here 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. One of the guys that was partnered with Chucky had to move on from him, right? Chucky had to move on from the guy, right? Because there was some shit, right? TNA had to move on from Scott D'Amore because there was probably some shit. I don't know. Maybe it rubbed TNA the wrong way that Scott D'Amore was like, when I say, hey, Scotty, I'm going to come to your business and I can run it better than you and let me fix it. You think everything's running fine, man, it's going to piss you off. It's going to rub you the wrong way, right? It's going to rub you the wrong way. It could rub you the wrong way. Now, ATCW, I'll tell you how this kind of worked. I told Chucky, I said, hey, let me help you out. Give me a year. We start turning some fucking money and we'll be good to go. Let me help you. He's very susceptible for it because Chucky is, I don't know how much money he's made over the years. I guarantee it's not been a lot, right? And we've done our best to turn, not the business was bad, but ways to make it better and ways to bring people in the door. And you guys have been to these shows.
Yep.
They're better, right?
Yeah.
There were times when I went to an ATCW show, there was 30 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
If I saw 30 people in a crowd now at ATCW, I'd fucking lose my mind. What did we fuck up? What did we do wrong? Right?
Yeah. Now about every time you go to the ATCW shows, you guys are scrambling to find extra chairs.
We don't have any chairs. We don't have any chairs, right? So, and which
there was a guy standing next to our table that was standing up the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I told Chucky, I said, if we don't have chairs, we charge them $5 standing room only. $5. Come in, $5. That's how we should do it. Honestly, we haven't done it yet, but I think we should. Standing room only. And if a chair comes open, then you sit down. Who gives a shit? I don't know. It's $5 more, whatever. Anyway, but companies sometimes look at their employees as, how the fuck do you know how to run a business? Because you're just an employee. You're just a wrestler. You're just a DJ. You're just a guy who just showed up on the scene 3 years ago. How the fuck do you know how the wrestling business works? Well, I understand how business works. A lot of ways. I've learned a lot. I've made a lot of fucking mistakes. And I've fixed a lot of that shit. So, again, companies have to make changes. And if Scott D'Amore was... They might have made the wrong decision by firing Scott D'Amore. From the talent end, they did, because the talent fucking loved Scott D'Amore. Now, I might love Scotty, but one day it might not be good for Scotty. It might not be good for hard weight wrestling that Scotty. Now, we're never getting rid of Scotty because who would do the eye of Scotty? No one.
Nobody.
Austin went and got me one. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this shit happens. There's been times where we're all upstairs sitting, changing clothes, and Chucky goes, throw your chairs down. Actually, Jeremy Stone is the smartest guy at ATCW.
Oh, Jesus.
He brought his own chair. A little Giants fold-out chair or whatever. Just,
nobody want to sit in that thing.
Well, that's for sure. But he's smart guy, because he knew. But anyway, talent doesn't always see this end of it, and this end of it doesn't always see the talent end. Does that make sense? Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that answered your question. You don't fire him. You try to smooth it over. You talk to the talent. You say, hey, this is why we made this decision. Will we ever know? Yes. Eventually, we're all going to know exactly what happened. And maybe we already know what happened. Scott D'Amore came in and said, hey, I want to buy you guys, which told them, fuck you. You guys don't know what you're doing. Let me buy you. Right. And that pissed them off. So I think at the end of the day, they couldn't get along and they had to move on from Scott D'Amore. Probably Scott was like, well, I'll just go fucking somewhere else. Let's hope that he ends up at AEW. Because he
AEW just signed somebody from WWE, I read.
Well, he signed a girl that was Mercedes Moné's writer. Right? She was with WWE for what, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, something like that? I
believe so.
Yeah. So I don't know that she's booking everything. If she's going to book, I don't know. But Scott D'Amore is the fucking guy that you want to sign. Bottom line.
Impact player.
Tony, he's absolutely right. Tony Khan, slide your Coke out of the way, take your ink pen, write down Scott D'Amore, sign immediately. Scott D'Amore, all elite. Anyway, that's did I answer your question? I don't know. I don't know the whole situation, so I don't know. Maybe Scott D'Amore was a fucking dickhead behind the scenes, and sometimes companies if Scott D'Amore was so in line and locked in with his people, all the talent, to the point where the talent was kind of pushing back on Anthem or pushing back on the major players at TNA, you got to cut the head of the snake off, right? And show these guys, hey, listen, no one's fucking safe. You're not going to come into our company. We're going to pay you to do your thing. You're not going to come in and we're not going to pay you to do our thing. It's not happening. So,
All right.
Did
Very
somebody
quickly.
say NDAs?
Yeah, right.
Could
Very
be.
quickly.
There could be an NDA out there. That's why we don't know all the stories.
Yeah. One other thing very quickly, though. If you like, how long was Scott there? Like 20 years, something like that? 10, 20 years, somewhere in that?
Yeah, a while.
Okay. From what I've read and what I have heard, and the reports that have been given, in the last year, 2 years, things have been slowly starting to turn around. And a lot of it was the Scott D'Amore regime. He was trying to turn things around. They were starting to make more money again. By WWE standards, they were still in the hole, but they were starting to turn things around, and that was, from everything that I have heard and I've read, attributed to Scott D'Amore's leadership. The switch over to TNA, back to TNA, was a Scott D'Amore thing, and again, it started to turn things around. And so, there was, again, the viewership was starting to come up. A live attendance was starting to come up, that kind of stuff. So my thought process is, all right, the guy you're working with may be an asshole. All right. And there may come a time you have to split with him because he's an asshole. But if he's making you money now and starting to see things happen that haven't happened in the last 4 or 5 years, that now all of a sudden they're starting to turn around and think, again, if Anthem understands business can be a gradual thing. Like, it sometimes will take a couple of years to see significant changes happen, but it's the little change, all the little changes over the course of time that lead to big significant changes. If they're starting to see little changes and see that Scott D'Amore is making those little changes and things are starting to be more positive because of those little changes, like I said, he may be an asshole, but you still keep him around if it looks like there's a possibility he can turn something around. I'm not saying he's going to completely flip TNA and make them the number 2 powerhouse wrestling company in the country. That's never going to happen for TNA. But if they had, they could make a greater impact, pardon the pun, if they had somebody that was pushing things and moving things along and bit by bit. And if that was Scott D'Amore, why not keep him around? Why not? Again, like you said, yes, sometimes you have to cut off the head of the snake, but you only cut off the head of the snake when absolutely necessary. And it did, from the way it was looking leading up to this, it wasn't necessary. Again, unless there's a part of the story which we don't know. But I don't know. I just, like you said, we may know, we may never know, but that's my take on it.
One day it'll come out. One day it'll come out. So, all right, we're gonna move on here. We got another pay-per-view to cover. Not as many matches as TNA or as TNA Wrestling. So
yeah, 5 matches, 1 pre-show.
All right, Elimination Chamber in Perth. It goes off at 5 a.m. in the morning. I will be live streaming right here, right now. Well, not right now, but I'll be
12 hours from now.
12 hours from now.
11.
Yeah, a little less
11.
than 11 hours.
Oh my God.
12 hours or 11 hours and 6 minutes, or 10 hours and 6 minutes.
I will not be joining you on live stream. I'm going to hang with Ham tomorrow for the first time in a while, so we're going to actually watch it later in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to ruin it for you, though.
The fuck you are. I'm not even going to look at the chat.
No, you better not. You better turn everything off because
I'm not getting on Facebook. I'm not getting on chat.
I may be up if my body decides to wake me up that early in the morning, but I will let you know because I may be live streaming from my bed.
Okay. Well, I will have Austin on here with me. Austin Blackthorn will be on here with me tomorrow morning. So I don't know who says knock knock.
That's Damien.
Oh, Damien, what the hell? Here we go. Who's there? Who's there? Here's our podcast joke of the day. Salty D.
This
Who's
scares
there?
me.
Is there a joke?
Yeah, maybe he's just letting us know he's here.
Interrupting Ric Flair.
What?
Interrupting Ric Flair who? Oh, or interrupting Ric Flair. Woo! It's not woo. Scotty, what is it?
It's woo-wing!
Woo-wing!
Jesus.
All right, we got the Elimination Chamber. Let's start it off. We got the tag titles. We have what are they calling a Butch, and it's not Butch anymore, right?
Nope, it's back. He's back to Pete Dunne.
Yeah, he's Pete Dunne.
Peter Dune.
I forgot what the fuck their name is. I put it on the fantasy forum.
God.
Some weird.
Yeah, I can't remember what they're calling themselves, but versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Scotty, who do you got in this match? Judgment Day or the English Supreme?
I am going Judgment Day. I think that because they're going for. Are they? No, they're. Well, hold on. Judgment Day are the champions still currently, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I'm going Judgment Day. They're going to retain the tag titles. There's no reason to take these belts off Judgment Day right now. They've done that too much in the past. They've lost the titles, won the titles, lost the title. No, they just need to keep these belts on Judgment Day. Keep the women's belt on Rhea Ripley. I think Dominic needs a match to win a title. He needs that North American title back. He's
not beating Nova Femi or whatever the hell his name is.
No, that's true. But
we know there will not be any interference from R-Truth because R-Truth
he went
to in Perth.
Yeah, he went to Austria, not Australia.
He went to Austria.
It said he was confused when he didn't see a WWE live event there.
Oh my gosh.
The show needs a better joke announcer. I mean, it's on chat, so it is all about the delivery. Damien, you absolutely can jump right into this stream at any time and say your joke live if you want.
Oh Jesus.
You can always jump on camera. Bah. Anyway, so I'm going with Judgment Day also to retain these titles. I don't see a lot of I feel like this pay-per-view is going to be pretty straightforward. We have They
did announce pre-show the Kabuki Warriors are defending the women's tag titles against Candice LeRae and Indy, I think.
Oh yeah,
Indy
because
Hartwell,
Indy is from New Zealand, I think.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's who it was. Yeah,
so
that was just added
on the pre-show.
On the pre-show.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Doesn't affect anything we got going on. So anyway, tag titles. Let's go Judgment Day. Women's Elimination Chamber. You have Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Feel the Glow, Naomi, Becky Lynch.
Should be Jordan Grace in there instead of Naomi.
Fucking great. Bianca Belair and what's that?
No, I was going to say maybe they pull if for some reason they decide to do another crossover, they pull an Edge situation. Jordan Grace comes down and clubs Naomi, knocks her out of the match.
Well, that's going to be hard to do considering she's doing a pay-per-view and then has to fly to Perth from wherever the hell. Where's the Impact pay-per-view?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be up for that jet lag.
The last participant is the vivacious Tiffany Stratton. I picked Judgment Night. Great soundtrack. You know what? That is a great soundtrack. Isn't that where Eminem's first debut? I think. Anyway, Scotty, who do you got in this? I know you want Liv Morgan to win this, right?
No, the only one that needs to win.
Can you do that laugh one more time, Scotty?
The only person who needs to win this
I feel like Scotty laughs like that when like the ketos are done. Like, you open the oven and they're not burnt, but they're like crispy. I don't know. Sorry. Go ahead, Scotty.
The only woman to win this match is Becky Lynch. If she doesn't win this match, if they give it to one of these other women, then yeah, no, their WWE is going downhill fast.
She's not even a woman. She's the man.
She's a man.
Becky Lynch. She should be in the men's elimination chamber.
The truth should be in the women's because he's confused.
He might make it there. I think he rides a kangaroo and then
I'll fucking die if Truth pulls up to the ring on a fucking kangaroo for a women's chamber match.
He comes in wearing like Sami Zayn's outfit from when he goes to Saudi Arabia. He's like, damn it, I did it again. Ricky,
my bad.
My bad. Ricky, who you got here?
They're definitely giving this to Becky Lynch. They've already planted the seeds of Becky versus Rhea at Mania. Yeah, it's definitely Becky.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch too. Did you guys see Raquel Rodriguez? She's developed some kind of psoriasis.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Wow.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of it.
I don't know if she had that before, or I just thought she got some kind of disease from Adam Shear. But it's like she like breaks out real bad on her face.
Covered in it.
It is, but it's just like it's not there all the time. I watched a couple of her TikToks or whatever. I feel so fucking bad for her. Like she's she's very pretty. I think she's very pretty. Is she the hottest chick in wrestling? Definitely not. But she is very pretty, and for something like this to happen to her, man, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So, this makes Tiffany makes her look better. So, what do we got? We got the men's elimination chamber. We'll knock that out real quick. You got Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and L.A. Knight. Yeah. Just imagine how rusty that badge gets. Oh, okay. Damien's still here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only from the waist up. So anyway, Scotty, who do you got here? This is gonna be a banger. I think it's gonna be a banger match.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be really good. I am a little afraid for some like guys like LA Knight. I don't want to see him get hurt in this match. But my dream pick would be LA Knight, because I would love to see LA Knight go on and go after Seth Rollins and take the title from him. I don't think that's what they're going to do. So my actual pick is going to be Drew McIntyre. I think Drew's got. They're gonna drop the belt from Seth to Drew, give Seth a chance to heal up, and then have Seth come back and have a feud with Drew in the future until Punk comes back, and then it's gonna be Punk and Drew at some point. Title or not, I don't know, but I'm assuming it's gonna be Punk and Drew when Punk gets healed up.
Yeah, so if anybody's going to get hurt in this match, it's going to be either Logan Paul and or Kevin Owens, because Logan Paul's the obvious high flyer, probably the most athletic guy in this match. Him and Kevin Owens are going to pretty much negate each other from this. They're pretty much just fillers. I want Randy Orton to win this because I want to see him eventually break the record, but I'm going with Scotty. It's going to be Drew. Drew's going to take the title at Mania from Rollins, and then he's feuding with CM Chump when he comes back, if he can not stub his toe and break it when he makes his return in 8 months.
I'm also going with Drew McIntyre here. They've been telling this story for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
But it's been good. It's not like it's, this is the most interesting Drew has been in the last couple years. So,
I think Drew McIntyre at Jesse just said Speedball all the way. Wrong fucking pay-per-view.
He's about an hour and a half behind.
We got somebody said I went with Orton.
That would be the other Randy.
Randy went with Orton. You are going to be very upset, Randy. Randy did pick Randy. So, yeah, I'm going with Drew. I think they've been telling the story here forever now. So it's time for I like this Drew. I really like Drew right now. I really think he's doing a really good job, and we'll see.
Long overdue.
Yeah, way long overdue. Oh, my God.
Did one of your other accounts get blocked?
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Actually, while you guys are chatting about, let's do Nia Jax.
This is the main event.
Is this going to main event?
I read that Trips announced this is the main event.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a stretch there, considering you're having Nia Jax being part of it. I mean, makes sense for Rhea; it's her home country, but fucking Nia Jax, Jesus.
The refrigerator.
I think she's been doing excellent work.
She has. I'm just not a fan of her. Never have been.
Yeah, I just think she's been doing excellent work.
But who in the hell, in the right mind, thinks that Rhea's going to lose this title? It's not happening. Certainly not at this pay-per-view.
I don't think she's going to lose her title either.
What the hell did you just put up on the screen?
Oh, yeah. I'll get it up there in a second. I'll get it up there in a second.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll get up there in a second. Yeah, I'm going to go with. I think this is good. I think this match is honestly. I think this is awesome. They made this the main event. The women, the main event in Perth. I think that Nia Jax has been on a tear. I think she's doing great work, and I think this match is going to steal the Elimination Chamber. Really, even though Nia is not winning this title, I think it's going to be a good. This is going to be a great match for Rhea. So
we will see. Excuse me. I am afraid. Speaking of injuries, I am afraid for Rhea in this one because the botch machine herself, has beaten a lot of women down and broke a lot of women in this division, and I am very afraid that Rhea might get hurt if Refrigerator Jax does the bonsai drop the wrong way or does something stupid. So, but I am still going Rhea to retain the title. I just pray to God, the Refrigerator doesn't hurt her in the process. So,
we'll see let's hope that doesn't happen. This just in.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
R-Truth just made it to Perth. he just made it to Perth. You guys see the picture here in a couple seconds. Just made it to Perth, so we're at all's good for Judgment Day. They are going to. It actually kind of looks like Booker T.
It does.
It does.
But I can see Booker T getting high and riding a kangaroo. I don't know about you.
Yeah. That would be classic.
Anyway, did I miss any matches?
No,
Nope.
Booker T would be riding the kangaroo in, and fucking Truth would come out of the pouch.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, you got high hopes for this women's match being better than the Elimination Chamber. Honestly, I think the men's chamber is going to be the match of the night.
Yeah. Again, nothing against Rhea. I think she's a great competitor. But there's no way you can get match of the night out of the Refrigerator. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I'd say if it was Rhea versus Charlotte, Rhea versus Becky, Rhea versus Bailey, Scotty's list. Yeah, anybody but Nia.
Anybody but my hole.
That was some of her best work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you wanted to see that hole.
I got a spoiler for the women's match.
Oh God, I'm afraid to see it popping up here.
Yeah. You just be very afraid. Spoiler. Spoiler for the win. Spoiler for the women's match. That's
So is that
you can beat Rhea if you let me shit in your hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is her hair brown or is that the shit?
That's a good question. I don't know if this is Rhea or Tamina. I can't tell.
It's Tamina. That's what it looks like.
Anyway, I think that's it. What do you, again, 2 pay-per-views this weekend. We're going to be busy in the next 12 hours. We got about an hour before or 50 minutes before the pre-show starts for TNA Wrestling. Fantasy guys, if you have not gotten your paper in, you got about 50 minutes, and then it gets locked out.
Before I logged on to here, I think there were 8 in both forms that had filled out.
Okay. And how many are we short? I don't
4.
know.
There's
4
12
each.
in the league. I
Gotcha.
think Brian Hardy gave up. Brian Hardy's the Damien.
Gotcha. I don't know what his deal is. Sometimes he's in, sometimes he's not. So anyway, you still owe me $20. So I want to hear it. I want to hear it. You scored 1. You scored 1. That's all I needed to know. Or you need to know. I will be making my debut at Quest for Gold at IAW in Manassas, Virginia on Saturday.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. That's a big weekend for wrestling for me because I'm going to be up. I'll be up at 5. I'm going to watch the pay-per-view. I'm going to try to get a nap in, and then I'm on the road again. So
Are you in AK faces in these other promotions, or are you heels?
We are heels. We are heels. These other promotions haven't caught on yet. So
Gotcha.
they
Did
will eventually.
Who's that guy that knocked you out at the Voltage one?
Prince Machiavelli.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Prince Nana.
No, is it Machiavelli? Yeah, it is Prince Machiavelli.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Prince Nana. Well, anyway, if you're tired and he knocks you out, you'll have downtime to get a nap in.
Anyway, that's good, dude. Here for Harley Wrestling. Thank you guys for joining us again. If you have friends that like wrestling, if you like friends that like wrestling and you want to get them out of wrestling, have them listen to us for an hour. They won't hate it. No. If you got friends and you want them to join the Facebook group, that's the private group, please send out the invites to them and we'll accept them in. I'll probably have to make sure that it's not some sort of pornography or whatever. But yes, please send them. If you know people that are on Facebook, please share. Let people know, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. We are on a quest for 400 now. We are at 351 as a little bit ago. So, and we are climbing. My goal is to be at 400 by the end of March. My goal for February was 440 or 340. So we beat that by 11. So there's still somebody out there that keeps subscribing and unsubscribing, subscribing and unsubscribing. So
Probably just incredible.
I mean, listen, for $50, he can subscribe. And all is well. But until then, fuck you, Justin. So anyway, again, tell your friends. We appreciate everybody's support. The shirts sold really well. Got a couple left over. Have some extra ones if anybody wants a shirt. I think I got a 2X over here. Yes, Scotty's got it. That's a good looking shirt right there. There's the jacket. Look, flip around, Ricky. Let me see the back of the jacket. It's just not on the front panel. It is on the back panel. Hardway Wrestling. You too can get your own pizza cutter.
Did I get around there far enough?
Yeah, you got it right. Yeah, it's good to go.
I didn't want to fall out of my chair.
I'm a little disappointed. No Mr. Puffers today, but I guess he can't
I
be
don't know
here.
where his fat ass is at. He's probably downstairs napping.
He heard taquitos. I thought for sure he would be over here.
Yeah, he'll probably walk his fat ass in here as soon as we log off.
That's right. All right. Well, again, for Ricky and Scotty, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time
On the hard way.
Peace.